ready to get started. And the kickoff starts with Sophie Harlan, and it's sent deep into the attacking third by Kirsten Von Klaar, and Wildcats look to get the opening possession started. Stewart and Hillier collapse on the defense, and that'll kick back the threat. Quickly back to possession. Thornhill had to retreat to the back line. Sent forward by Gillespie, and then Dade will send it towards Stewart. Stewart, with a nice diagonal pass towards midfield, was looking for Castle, and now the Roadrunners are looking to control possession for the first time. Castle's looking for Singh. Suta couldn't get a touch on it, but Singh comes crashing in to gain control. Roadrunners in the attacking third for the first time, and it's kicked into touch by Elnagar. Dade looking for a throw-in. First toss of the match. Suta. Nice touch, sends it to the top of the 18, and then it's knocked back out by Stewart as she couldn't bring it down. Sending it ahead is Goins, but Dade is there to intercept. Castle. Suta. Suta finds Singh. Singh with a nice move to get it into the area. And then Castle had it deflected off of her strike with the left foot, and it'll roll to Wehrmeyer for the first save of the match here in the second minute. Elena Wehrmeyer with the boot, and Castle with the first touch, and balls across the sideline for a throw here for Elnagar. Dade gets her head on it, and Closa tries to win possession. Loose ball will result in a foul being called here against Ada Anderson, and the first free kick of the match goes to the Roadrunners. Both teams very aggressive to start here, Alyssa.
No, for sure. You can tell UTSA is doing a good job of trying to lock K-State in their oown half. K-State looks good with their possession and trying to move the ball. Not really forcing it, but trying to get something going.
Closa was able to get it to Suta, and now they'll retreat back to the back line and try and reset the Wildcats' spacing defensively. Sandoval got it to Suta, and Isa Hernandez came crashing in after the Suta foul, and now a free kick here for Kansas State. Jasmine Brown will set it up and wait for her team to find their positions. Sandoval sends it to the back line where it's Elnagar sending it forward. Hillier wants to launch it into space, but it'll go all the way back to Wehrmeyer, and she's out of the box, and try and get her back line to help her out here. Gillespie. But Brown decide which direction she wants to go. Elnagar facing the close out of Hillier, sends it into the area. Closa with the box out and diving on top of it. Jill Snyder will keep at bay Sophie Harlan, who was getting close, but a good combination by the defense of Closa and Snyder. Snyder taking her time. To the back line where Brown heads it into the center circle. Sandoval wins that touch. Singh tried to knock it into a certain area, and Stewart comes to try and keep the Roadrunner possession. Closa playing forward, heads it into the edge of the attacking third. Suta will give it to Hernandez. Isa was looking for a pass, but Abby Castle ends up hitting the turf, and across the end line, it'll result in a corner kick. So not giving up on the play. The Roadrunners are awarded the first corner kick, and a lot of that goes to Abby Castle's efforts. Kiran Singh will go to the corner arc and do the honors.
Roadrunners corner kick, number 11, Kiran Singh.
Roadrunners lined up at the penalty mark. Singh sends it towards the far post, but it ends up going over the crossbar and a goal kick here for K-State. Wehrmeyer directing traffic. Maybe not as much power as she was expecting, and Castle gets the first touch into the area. Singh looking to make something happen. And then across the end line. Good defensive effort there by Von Carr, and another corner here for the Roadrunners.
Hopefully UTSA can do something here, keep the ball inside of the playing field. Already 2 corners in the first 5 minutes is looking good.
Kick, number 11, Kiran Singh.
Singh couldn't quite find a Roadrunner on her first try. Here's her second try. And this one goes into the goal! A corner goal! Wow, Kiran Singh with the opening strike. Didn't even need to find a Roadrunner that time and send it to the upper 90 for the first goal of the match.
Wow, Kiran Singh, look at her go. She's been really technical on the ball, but being able to serve a ball like that into the back of the net, great start.
On those corner kicks, you're almost expecting it to go to one of the players, but that's a direct opportunity, just like most free set pieces. So in that particular case, Singh is able to find the back of the net, and in the 7th minute, the Roadrunners have the first score of the match. Now 10 unanswered goals over the last 3 matches for UTSA. 7-0 against Texas Southern, 2-0 against Texas A&M Commerce. Currently with a 1-0 lead here early in the first half against K-State. A little too strong on the touch from Gillespie, and the Roadrunners will start off their possession. First time since they've scored that they have the touch. And Jill Snyder taking her time, telling her back line to push up. Good boot to the back line. And a heads-up play to use the head so Wehrmeyer could grasp it. The Roadrunners still want to come on the attack. It's sent into space. And Dade will send it across the end line. The effort there by Thornhill caused the Roadrunners to retreat and concede the corner kick. Maddie Weichel will do the honors for the first corner kick for K-State. Good chunk of Wildcats around the 6. Weichel sees it punched out by Snyder. And Singh will send it in this space. Catching up to it is Von Carr, and gets it head to Goins. Goins going to make something happen near the top of the 6, and a sliding tackle made by Dade. Singh unable to catch up to the clearance by Hillier, and a throw in here for K-State. 9th minute coming to a close. UTSA with a 1-0 lead thanks to a corner kick by Kiran Singh. Throw for El Nagar. Off the head of Harlan, and then Isa Hernandez sends it the other way. Jasmine Brown trying to fight off Anasuta. And Wehrmeyer will reverse the pitch. Gillespie with a diagonal pass towards midfield, and sending it is Von Klaar, just a little too strong, and rolls right into the foot of Jill Snyder.
First few minutes into the game, UTSA is doing a good job of adjusting to K-State's pressure. K-State's also trying to adjust to UTSA. It's a good time for both teams to kind of settle in and see what they got to do, make any adjustments if needed.
Dade had the right idea. She taps her chest saying, "My bad," as she was trying to set up Abby Castle. A little too strong, and a goal kick here for K-State. Wehrmeyer keeps it short. Brown sends it wide. Elnagar couldn't send it the way she wanted to, as a good closeout by Abby Castle will force this one back to Wehrmeyer, and she's just going to tell her back line to push up for a punt. The pressure from the Roadrunners on that back line has paid dividends here early goings. Castle gets her head on it, but it goes into touch. A throw here for K-State and Elnagar. Von Klaar sends it to the back line, where it'll be Sandoval getting it to Dade. Now Abby Castle has an opportunity as she sends it into space for Anna Suta. Suta can't quite catch up to it, and Wehrmeyer doesn't wait for her to have an opportunity. Singh heads it forward. Suta had to fight off Von Klaar, and the ball ricochets right to Wehrmeyer. Brown puts it a little too far ahead of her teammate Elnagar, and a throw for UTSA. Sasha Dade usually handles those from this side of the field. Castle with a nice look ahead for Suta, and then Gillespie sends it into touch. Dade had to grab a spare soccer ball from the technical tent. Dade's throw in goes to Suta. Sasha Dade being held up, looking for a move, and couldn't turn it up to Abby Castle. A little surprise, a tough angle there for Jennifer Dumaine to see that Dade was being held up on the arm there, as Kyler Goins was preventing her from maybe making the right move. Either way, ends up being a goal kick, and K-State pushes it the other way. Dade gets her head on it. Goins had it sent into the back line, and then a strong shot by Sandoval bounces off of Hernandez. She seems okay, and the Roadrunners try to push the issue the other way. Wehrmeyer sends this one to midfield. Closa heads it forward. Von Klaar. That's Serena Russ. Knock it away from her intended direction. Goins. Von Klaar. Dade with a nice box out, and allow Closa to get it right back to Dade. Diagonal pass to Suta, and a one-touch intended for Castle, but Elnagar does a good job intercepting, and now K-State on the attack. Weichel couldn't control the touch, and then Dade just sends it across the touchline as Sophie Harlan was attempting to make something happen in the penalty area off of the loose ball. K-State in the attacking third. Elnagar with the throw-in. Was looking for Harlan, and Dade gets it right back to Elnagar, who sends it high into the penalty area. Headed out by Russ, and then Stewart deflects it to Suta. Suta was looking for Kiran Singh. Now Singh catches up to Gillespie, who has to retreat back to Wehrmeyer, and then Wehrmeyer doesn't get the handle on it she wants and sends it into the touchline. Suta looks like she wants to throw it in, but will now wait for Dade and set up the offense that she wants. Dade gets it to Suta, and I think she might have been looking for goal on her left foot, but not enough control, and Wehrmeyer gets the easy scoop up. Maddie Weichel retreats back to Gillespie. Jasmine Brown uses the dribble forward, finds her mark. Sandoval heads it towards Serena Russ. Weichel tries to close in, but Hernandez is there in space. Hernandez gets it right back from Suta and then sends it ahead for Castle. Castle looking for a cross. To the 6. A little too strong for Stewart, but Singh catches up to it and looks for Stewart on a pass, and a nice job sending it back by Brown, and then it's cleared back out to Cloza, who heads it to Hernandez. Castle. Suta with a nice head pass intended for Kiran Singh, and now there is a offside flag raised as Singh just a little bit past the last defender.
That was a great threatening opportunity by the runners right there. A few up, back, and through moments with the ball. Getting behind K-State's defense is vital here for UTSA.
Anna Suta won't get the highlight reel for that pass, but just nice control using her head looking for Singh. And a fraction of a second was all that it needed for that flag to go up. Elnagar going to send it to the middle of the field in the attacking third, but the Roadrunners will claim possession as Stewart sends it a little too strong, and Wehrmeyer will control here. Maddie Weiskell gives up for Gillespie to send it ahead. And a foul is called. That'll go against Marissa Weichel, I believe, or I beg your pardon, that's actually Kaylee Thornhill, who I believe was too physical on the defense, and the Roadrunners will have a free kick, midfield territory. Cloza looking to line it up. A lot of Roadrunners at the 18. Castle playing on the other side of the field, looking for Hillier. And Hillier now trying to get to the ball for a cross, but knocked across the end line, last touch by Hillier, and a goal kick for K-State. '18th minute, Roadrunners lead 1-0. They've certainly been one of the more aggressive teams in the attacking third all season when they go up against their opponents, and today's no exception. Brown has to deal with the closeout from Castle and passes to Hernandez. Brown again trying to clear it away, and Hernandez gets the touch. Here's Castle sending it towards the 18, and a foul will be called against K-State. The Roadrunners with a dangerous set piece.
You know, it's important here for both teams coming off Thursday night games for them to, try not to let fatigue set into them. It's important that both teams are looking to continue to keep fresh legs and get something going.
We had an injury pause here in the 19th minute as we stop the clock at 18:05 in this first half. Doesn't look like there will be any substitutions. Actually, now finally coming out, Aaron Morrissey. Morrissey will sub into the match.
Exiting the match for the Wildcats, number 25, Jasmine Brown.
Jasmine Brown
number 27, Aaron Morrissey.
was the one who came up a little gingerly, and she exited the match. So Morrissey now comes into that back line, I suppose, as Cloza gets the free kick. And just a little high, Sasha Dade looking for goal and goes above the crossbar.
That was a great ball from Kendall Cloza to Sasha Dade. Sasha Dade's a ball winner, and you can tell from that chance right there.
Wildcats like to keep it short, something that they've done most of the match. Moving towards that center back position is Elnagar, and a collision in the defensive third for the Roadrunners leads to a foul called against K-State and a free kick for UTSA. Marissa Weichel, a little too physical, fighting off Kendall Kloza, and now taking advantage of the free kick here is Jill Snyder. '20th minute underway. Roadrunners with a 1-0 lead, looking to add on to it. Castle couldn't bring down the touch and sends it across the sideline. First touch of the afternoon here for Morrissey is a throw-in. Elnagar sends it towards midfield. Sandoval was waiting for it and lobs it high towards the 18. Off the head of Singh. Castle looking for a play. She tries to deflect the ball towards the goal. A collision with Wehrmeyer. Both of them get up all right, but the threat evaded for K-State. That was very close to being the second goal of the afternoon for UTSA. Morrissey's first touch with her feet was looking for Weichel. It was headed out by Kloza. Picked up here by Thornhill, who sends it into the penalty area, and it'll be snagged by Jill Snyder. Goins was trying to catch up to it before Snyder had an opportunity, and Snyder with the heads-up goalkeeping. Keeps a clean sheet here through the 21st minute. Serena Russ was fighting forward, and in the center circle, Hernandez sends it back to Dade. Sandoval lines up an opportunity for Suta, but it was a little too strong and picked up by Wehrmeyer. Sophie Harlan was trying to knock it back to Morrissey, but didn't quite get the angle that she was looking for. Throw in for UTSA. Derek Pittman for the Roadrunners directing traffic here before this throw from Sasha Dade. Dade gets it to Castle. And then it was sent into touch on the defensive effort by Kirsten Von Klar. Dade with a quick throw in this time for Suta, and again knocked across the sideline by K-State. Sasha Dade deep in the attacking third for the Roadrunners. Into the area where Stewart will try to beat off three K-State defenders. Morrissey will clear it out. Right to Isa Hernandez. Hernandez tries a left foot strike, and not enough power behind that as Elnagar sends it out. Then Kloza came crashing in to try and keep the threat going, but we had a flag come up for offside against the Roadrunners, and that'll stop the threat here in the 23rd minute for the Roadrunners against K-State. Wehrmeyer tells her backline to push up this time, and Sasha Dade gets the first touch. Suta shoulders it down, but couldn't quite control it, and I think actually a handball will be called here against Anna Suta. Elnagar looking for the top of the box where Stewart heads it back to midfield. Thornhill Sends it into the area where Kloza was waiting on it. Marissa Weichel trying to beat out Dade, and Dade wins possession, keeps it in play, and then sends it across the touchline. Nice defensive effort by Dade there. Morrissey gets to Weichel, and then Weichel is trying to send it into the area, but goes across the goal line. Last touch by the Roadrunners as Sasha Dade was able to get a foot on it to keep it from going its intended direction. Now Maddie Weichel will line up for the corner kick. Halfway through the 25th minute. Good opportunity here for K-State. UTSA had Kiran Singh score the first goal of the match in the 7th minute off of a corner kick. Maddie Weichel sends it into the 6 where Kloza heads it out. And then looking for a play, Thornhill had it go off the body of Hernandez, and then Hernandez sends it off of Thornhill. And then there's a stoppage of play, as I believe this will be a goal kick, but a Roadrunner is down on the far post. Anasuta coming up a little slow as the medical staff will attend to her. We're in the 25th minute, 1-0 UTSA. Kiran Singh was the one who was able to break the scoreless tie early in this first half, and we'll let Anasuta take her time coming off of the pitch while there's a hydration break on the field. You're watching CUSA.TV. It's the Wildcats versus the Roadrunners. We'll be right back.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard
Outside of sports.
As student athletes,
we have a platform.
Now more than ever.
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead.
and raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
to make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together, we will continue the conversation.
We have a voice.
Hydration break mostly over as both teams have a little bit of a timeout to communicate. Mid-90s today at kickoff, and you know how Texas is. You never know how it really feels when you're on a pitch, but I imagine that these hydration breaks early in the season are much appreciated by the players. Both teams talking things over as the Roadrunners lead Kansas State 1-0. 10 seconds left in the 25th minute. I'm Carl Schoening along with Alyssa Blankenship, and the only goal so far comes from a corner kick as Kiran Singh was able to find the upper 90. And that was the second corner kick of the match for Singh. She was able to get it in that time. I wonder if she was maybe looking for the same thing the first time and it was a similar, it was like a second time's the charm kind of thing for her, Alyssa.
Yeah, it's kind of rare that happens, that you get a goal off of taking the corner kick. And so for Kiran Singh to be able to do that, it's not luck, but it happens rarely. And so for UTSA to get on the board early is really good for, it's a great start for them.
Now, when you're taking the corner kick, is it sort of an idea just to say, I want it in this general area, and if it works out, great, because, you know, maybe a teammate will be there, maybe you're aiming for a goal in a way, or what's the thought process there?
No, most of the time you're aiming for a certain area. Typically, back post is a hot area for UTSA. We have a lot of people, players that do a good job of winning the ball in the back of the services, so yeah, Kiran Singh was probably aiming towards the back of the sticks and just happened to curve in.
Anasuta will exit the match for now. Hopefully we get to see her again. Entering the match for her is Olivia Alvarez, as The restart here will come from Jill Snyder. And Hillier sends it to the back line where it's headed back, and neither team really able to have clear possession here as the restart gets things rolling in the 26th minute. And a foul will be called here against K-State. Two physical fighting for possession was Marissa Weichel, and Kendall Kloza will line up the free kick from midfield.
Roadrunners free kick number 2, Kendall Kloza.
Kloza with the right boot to the 18. Couple ricochets, and Isa Hernandez will send it high. Kloza was looking for goal. It's wide left, and that'll be a goal kick here as Wehrmeyer will set things up, and we start the 27th minute. Hernandez being held up as she chases down possession. Dade trying to send it forward. Alvarez couldn't quite catch up to it, and Wehrmeyer clears it out into touch. Throw in for the Roadrunners.
UTSA's pressure here is causing Kansas State to make some errors and just kick the ball out. So hopefully UTSA continues to lock Kansas State in their own half.
It's a bit of an underrated defensive move, but it seems to be something that K-State has kind of relied on against this Roadrunner pressure.
Yeah, Kansas State is looking to get wide and get their outside backs out and up. They're really calm and patient in the way that they're moving the ball around and trying to break UTSA's press.
Day tried to send it into space, but not enough on the acceleration there for Alvarez, and a goal kick here for K-State is a quick one and short. Gillespie sends it back to Wehrmeyer. Gillespie has to rush thanks to the closeout by Stewart. A bit more of a methodical possession here for K-State as they try to control possession. Sandoval was able to get a touch on it, but K-State reclaims possession real quick. Now Sandoval trying to keep it away from Weichel, and Weichel is the one who it deflects off of into touch. A throw in for Hillier and the Roadrunners. Stewart with the turn upfield. Diagonal pass here to Alvarez. Nice move by Olivia Alvarez to find some space and looking for Stewart on the run, but a little too far ahead of her. Throw in for K-State. Gillespie sends it forward where Weichel was able to chest it down. Dade reads the pass well. A little too strong from Aaron Morrissey. Hillier will catch up to it. Hillier elects to look upfield instead of retreating back to Snyder, and now it'll be a goal kick as the closing defense ricochets off of Goins, who was trying to maybe spark something with only Snyder and Hillier back. Jill Snyder lining up the goal kick. 30th minute here. Kloza does a good job reading the loose ball. Roadrunners trying to get into the attacking third. Alvarez gets it wide to Stewart. Stewart sends it into the penalty area. Singh had it knocked away from her, and it'll bounce towards the sideline, and a throw in for K-State. And we have a substitution coming into the match for K-State is Porter List, as well as Andra Moeller. Tagging out Marissa Weichel and Kyler Goins. K-State throw here. Singh tried to close out as that one had to be sent towards midfield. Isa Hernandez controls possession for UTSA. Stewart looking for a pass into the area. Little too long as Abby Castle was in the vicinity, but now a goal kick here for K-State.
Exiting the match for UTSA, number 37, Isa Hernandez.
Isa Hernandez will now be subbed out as Avery Cheney will come into the match.
Exiting for the Wildcats, number 5, Caitlin Thornhill. And checking in for the Wildcats, number 12, Rue Yarnell Williams.
Thornhill checks out for K-State as Rue Yarnell Williams enters the match. 4 subs here in the first half for K-State. Roadrunners were able to make a substitution with Anna Suter leaving with an injury earlier, and then the first substitution by choice here as Avery Cheney comes into the match. Isa Hernandez will get a well-earned break. Roadrunners looking to add on to their 1-0 lead. Kiran Singh in the 7th minute was the only score that we've had so far. It was a corner kick that Singh sent in to the upper 90. Stewart looking for some space. Russ sends it to the 18. Closa looking for Dade wide, but just a little off the mark and across the end line. A goal kick here for K-State. And we're going to have another substitution as entering the match for UTSA will be Lexi Bolton. And she'll point out Alyssa Stewart. Bolton in the match, and then has Abby Castle go to the opposite side of the field. Goal kick kept short here. Elnagar gets it to Gillespie. On the far side, Maddie Weiskell retreats back to the back line. K-State, a bit more methodical than the Roadrunners, really trying to work possession on the back line. Wehrmeyer. Here's Gillespie. Elnagar has space to send it across midfield, where Closa is waiting on it. Closa will have to fight off Goins and was looking for Alvarez. She couldn't handle the touch, and K-State now has possession back. Alvarez knocks over Kyler Goins, and the advantage didn't lead to anything, so the foul called and a free kick here for K-State. 34th minute, midfield here as Elnagar will line up and just keep it short here again for Gillespie. Sandoval will clear it out of the penalty area. Sasha Dade sends it into touch, another throw in for K-State. Now at the beginning of the match, Alyssa, it seemed like both teams were trying to keep a fast tempo, but K-State, despite being down, has really started to slow down their pace and try and be a bit more methodical.
You can tell K-State's really calm in the way they're wanting to move the ball. You can see a couple of their holding mids are trying to check into the gaps that UTSA is leaving open, and they continue to swing the ball back and forth, and you can tell they're trying to find the target up top so they can bring the ball and get some kind of attack going.
Maddie Weichel's throw-in goes to Gillespie, who tried to send it towards the penalty area, and again, that Roadrunner back line has really kept Jill Snyder a little sweat-free all day, and Kiran Singh tries to send it into space. Lexi Bolton can't catch up to it, and a throw in here for Sasha Dade and the Roadrunners. This one headed out by Morrissey. Throwing again for UTSA, a bit closer to goal. Dade bounces it here to Bolton. And Bolton was hoping that the flag would go in her favor. Instead, it's a throw in for K-State. Elnagar at her pass, headed out by Closa. Morrissey looking ahead, and Bolton sends it into touch again before Moeller had a chance. Bolton staying active, heads it right back into touch. Morrissey had a throw intended there for Porter List, and the Roadrunners want to spark a counter the other way. Elnagar sends it back to Wehrmeyer. Roadrunner defense will back off a little bit here as K-State had some quick passing. Maddie Weichel sends it into space. And the cross there from Rue Yarnell Williams, I believe her first touch of the match, will end up being a free kick called here. See if they can find the possession. I beg your pardon, a corner kick here, and there's a couple substitutions here as coming into the match is Emily Moorfeld as well as Bailey Namacek. They represent the 5th and 6th substitutions for K-State. 31 and 13 both coming into the match. Weichel had that one headed out. And this one might warrant a yellow card as nothing quite happening there, just a foul called and an aggressive tackle attempt by Porter List and a free kick for UTSA. Always dangerous when you attempt those tackles from behind. Closes free kick. Goes to the back line where Lexi Bolton pulled down the touch for a moment before it was cleared out by Elnagar. I will say this, overall, it's been a mostly clean match here in the first half from both teams. Not too physical. And UTSA has spent a good chunk of this half in the attacking third. Elnagar. Send it back across the touchline.
UTSA's high press is doing a good job of forcing K-State to make some mistakes, allowing UTSA to continue to lock them in their own half.
We're going to have a substitution for the Roadrunners here as Marley Frey will enter the match for UTSA.
Exiting the match for the Roadrunners, number 10, Abby Castle.
Abby Castle will get a well-deserved break, and then checking in the other way for K-State.
For the Wildcats,
first time I've seen 88 on a pitch. Joey Lujan. Frey almost immediately making an impact, had her first touch knocked away from her in the penalty area, and another Roadrunner throw-in as Lujan was the one who cleared it out. Marley Frey with the pressure. Had the intended deep pass go off of her head, and crisis avoided by K-State, as that was a close one to bouncing in the direction of the goal. Now K-State dealing with the Roadrunner pressure. Throw in for UTSA here. I beg your pardon, I did not see her check in, but Savannah Powell now in the match. Leaves the throw in here for Sabrina Hillier. Hillier was looking for Powell in the penalty area, and now Hillier has her cross attempt sent back across the touchline as the defense there from Rue Yarnell Williams keeps the Roadrunners out of the penalty area. Alvarez gives it to Hillier, and Hillier's cross punched out by Wehrmeyer. And then Powell tried to head it in the direction of a teammate before Wehrmeyer had to dive on top of it to end the threat here in the 41st minute. Buhan sends it out to the wide side, where Morrissey was dealing from pressure from Bolton, and then Bolton takes the pass off the body and into touch. Looks like we'll have more substitutions here as Shea Turner enters the match.
Entering the match for the Wildcats, number 23, Kirsten Von Clark.
Wildcats making plenty of substitutions, trying to spark something here. They trail 1-0 as the Roadrunners scored in the 7th minute on a Kiran Singh corner kick. Powell knocks it away from Maddie Weichel, and it's sent the other direction as the Roadrunners get it out of the defensive third. Sabrina Hillier will have that one go all the way back to Wehrmeyer. Cheney couldn't quite close out on the pass, and now an opportunity for K-State. They go wide here to Moeller. Moeller trying to get past Dade. Good defense by Dade. Still a loose possession. Then Moeller couldn't get past the collapse of the Roadrunner back line, and a high shot will be punched out by Snyder. Hillier knocks it across the touchline. Had to deal with that pressure coming from Emily Moorfeld. Maddie Weichel sends it into the area where Dade heads it out. Morrissey sends it across the touchline, and a throw in for UTSA as they make a couple substitutions. Checking into the match, Jordan Walker as well as Mackenzie Koffel. Sabrina Hillier as well as Olivia Alvarez will get a break. Both teams making plenty of substitutions. We're less than 2 minutes away from halftime. Roadrunners trying to keep it 1-0 at the bare minimum. Walker with the throw-in. Gray gets it to Cheney, but Cheney couldn't pull down the touch. Pushing it the other way, Moorfeld. And knocked away from behind by Cheney, and Dade looking for Bolton. Bolton with a nice deflection, and now a pass forward intended for Frey. Will be sent out by most recent substitute, Shea Turner. K-State, more substitutes than starters left on the pitch. Dade was looking for Jordan Walker, but instead, K-State comes up with possession. Rue Yarnell Williams couldn't quite catch up to it, and it's sent on the other side of the pitch here by Mackenzie Koffel. Koffel here on defense against Yarnell Williams, and Closa clears it out at the 18. Harley Frey gets hit hard in the back. The foul will be called against the
10,
K-State
9,
defender Shea
8,
Turner.
7, 6, 5.
Kendall Closa will have 3
3,
seconds to do something with this
2,
free kick here. She'll
1.
send it, but the buzzer will sound, and that one was wide anyhow, and we are finished with the first 45. 1-0 UTSA. Kiran Singh with the corner kick goal. Our referee, Jennifer Dumaine, gives us the go-ahead whistle to start, and Closa will send this to the edge of the attacking third. No clear possession quite yet, as now a foul called against K-State will lead to the first set piece of the second half, and Kendall Closa right at the edge of midfield will line it up. Closa
Free kick number 2, Kendall Closa.
wants to send it towards the 6. Nice job heading it out and sparking a counter the other way as Lujan with the defense turning into offense, and the cross looking to be chased down just at the edge as it's pulled back by Goins. Now Goins doesn't have a target, as she was looking to maybe send it to that far post, and instead it results in the first goal kick of the second half. Jill Snyder will set it up. Does not appear to me that Anasuta is out there. I'll keep an eye out. Oh, you do see her, Alyssa?
Yeah, she's right there up top next to Kiran Singh.
Good eye. Appreciate you finding her as I'm kind of looking around trying to... Oh, yes, I see her. She's wearing 8 now, and she typically wears 25. She has a rather large bandage on her forehead. So a new jersey following her injury from the first half, because I saw 8 out there on the pitch, and I'm checking my roster. I don't see an 8 on here, and I was about to ask you if you knew who it was, but former Roadrunner, you were a 5-year player, is that right, Alyssa?
Yes, and, you know, I don't really look at the jersey numbers, to be honest. I just know the players at this point, and, yeah, it was a good catch that we saw Anna Suter out there.
Jill Snyder sends away the goal kick here as it'll get to the feet of Castle, but knocked away from behind, and a fight for possession. Singh is trying to turn it upfield, a throw in for K-State. Castle was able to get it to Stewart in some space. Stewart with the dribble. And knocked away from behind as Lujan has the good effort to get the tackle, but then sends it across the sideline for a Roadrunner throw-in. Sabrina Hillier. Harlan got it from a one-touch sent by Turner, and now K-State on the attack. Goins with a low cross sent out for a moment. Maddie Weichel had it knocked away from her by Singh. And Goins, not enough power behind that pass, cleared out. A throw in here for Maddie Weichel. Thornhill couldn't come down with it as it was knocked away from her again, sideline. K-State looking for an equalizer. 1-0 as we start the 50th minute in the second half. Flag raised in favor of K-State here. Goins with a strong effort to get it into the penalty area. Had to roll right to Jill Snyder, and Jill had to pick it up thanks to the pesky closeout there by Moeller. Snyder across midfield. Lujan headed it where it ended up at Hillier's feet, and now Sandoval sends it downfield. And a touch there by Turner. Whistle to push Hillier back to the edge of where her throw can happen. Feet of Stewart knocked away from her as Lujan jumps right on top of it. Another throw in for Sabrina Hillier and the Roadrunners. Hillier comes up with a loose ball, sends it into the penalty area, and then it's punched out by Wehrmeyer. And Roadrunners will not get the benefit of this whistle. It's like a foul was called against UTSA, and Wehrmeyer will send it away from the 18. Sasha Dade looking to put pressure on that back line. Wehrmeyer will scoop it up. Turner with the dribble. Quick touch by Weichel, ends up into the feet of Hillier. Singh had it knocked away from her by Turner. Loose ball picked up by Castle, and then Lujan knocks it away, but a foul will be called against K-State as Abby Castle needs a moment to collect herself. Dangerous area for a set piece as the Roadrunners want to add on to their 1-0 lead. Lisa Hernandez, the first one to the ball.
Roadrunners free kick number 37, Lisa Hernandez.
Hernandez surveys the situation. A chip shot looking for Dade, and Dade has to go off her head and wide of the goal. Goal kick here for K-State.
UTSA has done a good job of limiting K-State chances. They're doing a good job of just being patient with their press, forcing K-State to play the ball wide here in their resets, and forcing them to play the long ball, which ultimately is what UTSA wants. They prefer the ball in the air so they can win it.
Stewart is trying to lead Anasuta, who is back into the match, but nothing happening there for the Roadrunners. And then Stewart aggressively goes after the ball, was able to deflect the pass with her body, and Turner will have to retreat back to Wehrmeyer. Weichel. Had a pass deflected off the foot of Thornhill, picked up by Closa. Closa. As Turner needs to send it back to Wehrmeyer. Dade heads it across the touchline. Flag comes up offside as there was a push there coming from Moeller, and perhaps a different call from our official, as it looks like it might be setting up for a K-State free kick. Windy and hot here at Park West Athletic Complex as UTSA looking to play some defense here on a dangerous set piece. K-State and their attacking third. Ada Anderson, the points leader for K-State, lining up there with Goins. Singh knocks it away briefly, and then skying it over the crossbar on the shot just above goal, Kaylee Thornhill. This is the chance, and the Roadrunners will get a goal kick. Jill Snyder. Sandoval deflected it with her head, but then a foul called as Thornhill, a little too aggressive, a handball, I beg your pardon, as Thornhill was fighting for it, and I suppose a good eye there by Jennifer Dumaine, our referee, who makes the call, and a free kick here for UTSA as Kendall Closa will line it up. Singh got a touch on it and now fighting off Weichel. A flag comes up offside against, or beg your pardon, a foul goes against K-State, and a free kick here as coming up to do the honors will be Abby Castle for the Roadrunners. Second time that our assistant, this time on the other side, has called a foul here in the second half. Castle has the corner, or the free kick headed out, and now Closa heads it towards goal and wide right as Wehrmeyer had to break position to dive and make sure it didn't get past her. Now a goal kick here for K-State. Gillespie sends it wide. And then Morrissey was unable to keep it down the sideline. Whistle to pause play here. Let's pause the clock as well at 57:29 here in the 58th minute, and it looks like a Roadrunner is going to need to come in here as Anasuta will exit the match and Olivia Alvarez will come in. Roadrunners enjoying today as a brief one-game homestand before they head back out on the road. UTSA will be starting off a Florida road trip, 2 games. First at Stetson on September 1st. That's a 6 p.m. kickoff. That'll be on YouTube. And then September 4th at South Florida, an ESPN Plus game. The shot goes into the back of the net. And the score from Kyler Goins, the equalizer.
K-State did a good job of counterattacking there and causing the UTSA's back line to get a little scrambled back there and causing a few of the defenders to, needing to move their feet a little bit quicker. She was able to unbalance them and get that shot off.
58th minute is the first strike for K-State as we're now tied up at a goal apiece. Alyssa Stewart will exit the match for Alexi Bolton to come in. Again, no overtime period. New rules for NCAA soccer as this one's only going to be a 90-minute long match. UTSA looking to remain unbeaten. They're 2-0-1. Only tie coming from HBU in the first match of the season. K-State, hot off their first win of the season, a 1-0 victory over UTRGV. Looking to go perfect on their Texas swing of this three-game road set. Lexi Bolton looking for goal and goes wide. A goal kick here for Wehrmeyer. Loose ball goes into space. Kloza trying to gain possession and is able to find Hillier, but it's quickly taken away by Goins, and then Kloza slides to send it away from the threat for a moment. Throw in here for K-State. Aaron Morrissey trying to feed off this momentum Kansas State has from scoring on the corner moments ago, or the counter moments ago. Slow roller ends up across the end line. Goal kick for UTSA.
You can tell here Kansas State is doing a good job of increasing their pressure, trying to get the momentum going, get some combinations off that are throwing off UTSA's back line and ultimately their pressure. And it's important here that UTSA is able to adjust, look to somehow get the momentum back in their favor.
Jill Snyder's goal kick will start the last third of the match as the 60th minute comes to a close. Hillier turns up field, keeps it in play before it goes into touch by Turner. Singh wanted to have a quick throw in and take advantage of the pace, but ends up going back into play and will slow things down here for a Hillier throw-in. Alvarez couldn't control it as Lujan knocked it out of touch. Turner sends it to the back line where Sandoval sends it into the penalty area. And it's caught off of the bounce by Wehrmeyer. Serena Russ heads it into the center circle, where Harlan has her pass intended for Thornhill, knocked away, and we have an injury timeout pause and a yellow card issued here as aggressive on that one. Kaylee Thornhill is called for the hard foul. First yellow card of the match, although I think there were a couple hard fouls in that first half that didn't get the caution. And now UTSA with a pause here at the end of the 61st minute, waiting for a new ball.
Roadrunners free kick number 2, Kendall Kloza.
Kloza with a free kick. Over the head of Alvarez. Maddie Weichel trying to claim possession for K-State. Instead sends it into touch. Last touch by Alvarez. The throw in here for Maddie Weichel. Whistles hold it up for just a moment as I think she had to back up. And Jordan Walker set to check in. Next opportunity for UTSA. Castle heads the throw into Kiran Singh. Castle into the area. Looking for Lexi Bolton. Bolton has to play it on the far end of the cross, and Isa Hernandez now sends it to the 6. Lujan clears it out. Closa with horizontal pass to Sandoval, and Sandoval wants to push the issue back the other way. Serena Russ. Turner with the head forward. Goins keeping possession. Here's Singh with some space. Singh goes for goal. Skies it over the crossbar and into the construction area. Estimated to be completed in spring 2023, and a new home for the Roadrunners, as Park West Fieldhouse is probably going to have to deal with some soccer balls that end up in the construction area. I'm sure that'll be a daily search before they get things rolling. Jordan Walker checks into the match as Isa Hernandez gets a breather. We're tied up at a goal apiece here in the 63rd minute. And Walker's whistled for a foul as she runs into Lujan, and a free kick here for K-State. Alyssa, 5 years as a Roadrunner. I'm sure that you're happy to see sort of the almost result of the success of the Roadrunners being built over there. You're not going to get to enjoy it as a player, but you will get to enjoy it as an alum, seeing it behind the north end zone.
No, it's very cool. I know I will definitely be making a few visits purposely to come see the team, and, you know, a little addition of the locker room, you can say. It's a great start for UTSA. It's only growing, and it's definitely what they need to, entering into a new conference. This is definitely a must for them.
The American Athletic Conference officially for UTSA July 1st. Roadrunners trying to knock off a Big 12 opponent today. Singh couldn't quite hold on to it as Turner knocked it away from her. Now loose ball. Sandoval sends it into the air. Russ comes down with a Castle looking for a play. To Bolton. Into the penalty area. Bolton tries a cross. Deflected back to her, and now she sends it towards the 6. Headed out by Turner. Russ wide on the shot.
You can tell after halftime that Kansas State has reassessed and adjusted a little bit. You can tell that their forward is doing a great job of pressing UTSA center back into not having as much time, which has caused a few little mishaps back there and a little dangerous play for the Roadrunners. You can continue to see that their forward is going to continue to try to make any kind of loose ball, any kind of mishap happen.
Porter List and Kirsten Von Klaar enter the match. Exiting is Ada Anderson. And I missed the second Wildcat to come out. Following the Wehrmeyer goal kick, it ricochets to Maddie Weichel. She was trying to send it upfield where Hillier intercepts. The one touch by Castle, and Hillier will be fouled. No advantage to be played as a midfield free kick here for Kendall Close and the Roadrunners. We're in the 66th minute, and UTSA scored the only goal in the first half. K-State the only goal here in the second half. Close looking for a play. Her teammates lined up on the 18. A float that ricochets to Dade, and Dade was looking for the upper 90, just off the mark.
You can definitely see that UTSA's confidence is starting to build up again. They're trying to get something going. You know, Sasha Dade up there trying to get a goal from last game and trying to make another statement again. And you can see some new subs are about to come in, so hopefully that will help keep the level of the tempo high.
Plenty of substitutes here as Elnagar as well as Marissa Weichel will check into the match for K-State. Turner and Thornhill will leave for the Wildcats. Looks like Anna Suter will come back in, as well as Avery Cheney. Next opportunity for UTSA. Fans not too happy about the previous call, which will award a free kick here for K-State. This one's sent to the top of the area, and Sandoval heads it out of the area, and it'll go across the sideline for a throw-in.
That was great work right there by Hillier not to allow a corner kick.
This one knocked out. Potential goal as a save comes for Snyder, and then Dade will send it to the sideline. Dade trying to knock this ball away from a couple Wildcats. And this time a corner kick for K-State. Substitutions for both teams as Rue Yarnell Williams will enter the match. Tagging out
number 11, Kiran
Endra Moeller. Meanwhile, Alvarez and Singh will come on in lieu of Anna Suta and Avery Cheney.
Exiting for Kansas State, number 30, Endra Moeller. And checking in for the Wildcats, number 12, Rue Yarnell Williams.
Maddie Weichel will send in the corner kick. Roadrunners trying to keep this tied at a goal piece.
Attempting the corner kick for the Wildcats, number 22, Maddie Weichel.
Weichel to the top of the six, headed out by Closa. Elnagar trying to force the issue to send it back in. Dade able to cut it off. And Dade sends it into touch. Halfway through the 69th minute, and K-State has been keeping the pressure on the Roadrunner defense. Rue Yarnell Williams wanted to maybe send a cross and couldn't quite get the turn for what she was looking to do, and a goal kick here for Jill Snyder and the Roadrunners. Snyder with a sigh as she sends this one away. Walker sends it into space where Castle's able to get it back to Russ and sends it forward. And Elnagar will send it for a UTSA throw-in to slow down the pace, as that's exactly what the Roadrunners want to do right there, where Serena Russ had an opportunity to send a ball towards that back line and see if the Roadrunners could work north to south. Cheney sends it back to Hillier, who looks to send it in the middle of the field. A lot of space on the pitch for Bolton, who comes down with it. Bolton has the defense collapse on her. And this one will be a Roadrunner throw-in, as solid defense there to knock it into touch by Aaron Morrissey. It's Dade's throw-in, but she'll wait for substitution as Stewart and Powell will enter the match for the Roadrunners. Castle and Bolton exit the match. Clock ticking here in the 71st minute. Dade had the throw and deflect back to her. She was looking to the penalty arc where Cheney was, and Lujan heads it forward. Walker sends it into the attacking third for the Roadrunners. Powell comes down with it off her left foot. Then Powell looking to turn it up field and maybe get it to Hillier. Not enough power behind it to send it across the inliner into touch. K-State will maintain possession, and Gillespie was looking to get it across midfield. Roadrunners keeping pressure here on the K-State half, and a whistle called against the Roadrunners for a foul and a free kick here for K-State. The official attendance today was 372. A lot of those are Roadrunner fans not happy with that previous call, and K-State will try and take advantage, keeping it on their half of the field following the free kick. Porter List looking to get it to midfield. Marissa Weichel sends it back out. Morrissey looking wide. Darnell Williams had her attempt into the penalty area sent back, and then a shot outside of the area over the crossbar by Morrissey, and a sigh of relief from the Roadrunner defense. That was a good shot that didn't quite end up on goal, but K-State, with plenty of effort, will send us into our hydration break. We'll keep it right here. CUSA.TV. Happy you guys joined us. Carl Schoening along with Alyssa Blankenship. We're tied up at a goal apiece. UTSA scoring in the first half, and K-State putting a goal up here in the second half. Roadrunners, as I mentioned, will play 2 games away from Park West Athletic Complex as they head to Florida. So make sure that you are aware those matches are kicking off on Eastern time. Thursday against Stetson, and September 4th against South Florida. That's an 11 a.m. local time kickoff against South Florida in Tampa. And you can look forward ahead to it, as SFA will be the last non-conference matchup, and September 14th, the first conference matchup as the Roadrunners host Rice. And then UTSA happy to host Charlotte before their first conference road game against Florida Atlantic. And, you know, at the end of the day, Alyssa, all these non-conference matches are really just to find out who you are and hopefully prepare you for that conference schedule, because that's when we start actually tracking points.
No, for sure. Coach Pittman is having this time to develop and, you know, get a little familiar with his team, see who he likes combining together, who he wants to come off the bench and sub in, and it's kind of a chance for UTSA to get used to how they play together and build from there.
I think that's probably part of the reason we see so many substitution in these non-conference matchups, not just from the Roadrunners, but both teams. Every game that I've seen for UTSA has really led to just plenty of mixing and matching, of trying to figure out who works well together, who can read off each other well. And, you know, with unlimited substitutions, you really have a chance to just work in fresh legs and see who has maybe conditioning for the sprints or the long haul.
Yes, and like what Coach Pittman says, he expects the same expectations from his starters all the way down to his substitutes and to the bench. The expectations are the same, and you can definitely tell that UTSA substitutes are keeping the tempo high and momentum going.
K-State will make a quick stop back in Manhattan before they head on the road to Utah, and will be hosted by Weber State on September 1st, this upcoming Thursday. And then back to the Busser Family Park in Manhattan, where they'll host Purdue and Yale for a 2-game homestand, or a 3-game homestand, I beg your pardon, before they head back to the road for South Dakota State. 73rd minute underway. Jill Snyder will send away a goal kick here to restart the clock. As the hydration break is over, as both teams have had a chance to have an impromptu timeout as well. Addie Weichel's quick throw in. Lujan sends it into space. Cheney comes away with a quick tackle, and then Lujan picks up the loose ball, and it'll bounce into Jill Snyder. And Marissa Weichel, who we talked about, had 13 points last season to lead the Wildcats. Still looking for her first point of the season. Real aggressive there and made that a bit tougher of a situation for Snyder, who's still into the threat. It's getting a bit more physical here as we come to the second half of the second half. A foul called and a free kick be awarded to K-State, although you really could have made your pick on who committed the foul with how physical that fight for the ball was. Elnagar will send it to Dade's head. Stewart tried to control it on a touch, and Russ will chip it forward to Cheney. Walker all the way ahead to Suta. And a nice job defensively by Elnagar. Playing forward here is Kloza. Kloza to the top of the penalty arc. Wide here to Powell. Powell trips up on the stop of the ball and then had it knocked away from her by Maddie Weichel. Throw in for UTSA. Good hustle there by Savannah Powell to chase that ball down and still maintain possession. The throw in from Hillier bounces around all the way to Russ. Serena Russ looking for Stewart near the top of the box. And the tackle by Morrissey to try and spark a counter the other direction. Dade sends it across the sideline and will allow the Roadrunner defense to catch up a little here. Again, Weichel, Marissa Weichel that is, putting a little bit of effort to try and make Jill Snyder a little bit of pressured. And a foul called against the Roadrunners again. Looks like the majority of the damage came to Sabrina Hillier, who's a little ginger on her way up. Elnagar looking for the back line of the Roadrunners. A slow roller across the end line. Dade was confident no Wildcat could catch up to it, but we'll now have a brief pause for a substitution as the Roadrunners will bring in Mackenzie Koffold again. And Hillier, who needs a moment to maybe walk off whatever she came down with on the last foul call that actually went against her. We'll take a break. Stewart working a dribble. Diagonal pass intended for Powell, fighting for it against Maddie Weichel. Sandoval heads it back to Jill Snyder, who has an opportunity to pick it up, and she will, as Marissa Weichel has really turned up her energy here in the second half. Koffold sends it forward. Here's Cheney looking for something. Anasuta. Suta had the tackle from Elnagar, and then Lujan tried to send it across midfield, but it'll come down to Koffold. A chase for possession, and you can make your pick. That one could have gone off both of them, but the Roadrunners are awarded the throw. Good effort from Harlan to go up against Koffold, and now Stewart has a break on the throw-in. The through ball looking for Powell, and the flag comes up offside. Nice idea there by Alyssa Stewart, and just a moment too early on the look for the pass by Powell, and the threat ended for UTSA here as we start the 78th minute. It's a tough break there for the Roadrunners. They looked like they were maybe ready to send it to the back net. Ball will bounce around and a little too strong off the foot of Russ across the sideline. K-State throw in. Elnagar sends it deep, following the close out by Suta. A chase for the ball. Closa will be held up, and a flag comes up for the foul. Maddie Weichel, certainly aggressive, trying to take advantage of a counter opportunity, and instead Roadrunners will send away the free kick. Line drive across midfield. Mackenzie Koffold across the sideline, and now a quick substitution as Sophie Harlan exits the match. Checking in is Ada Anderson, the sophomore, the current points leader for K-State. Maddie Weichel sends it into Marissa Weichel. And a good job by Sandoval for a space clearance by Closa. Suta was looking to try and spark something the other way, and now Maddie Weichel. Weichel back into the K-State side of the field, where Elnagar will find a pass all the way back to Maddie Weichel, who has some space this time around. Maddie Weichel. I believe she was looking for Marissa Weichel and couldn't quite get the pass to her, and now substitutes come in. Abby Castle and Kiran Singh entering for UTSA. Kaylee Thornhill, as well as Endra Moeller for K-State. Cheney and Powell exit for UTSA, as Weichel will leave, as well as Yarnell Williams. Across the touchline, last touch by K-State. Mackenzie Koffold's throw in.
Exiting for the Wildcats, number 12, Rue Yarnell Williams, and number 10, Porter Lewis. And checking in for Kansas State, number 11, Kyler Goins, and number 30, Andrew Muller.
Ruhan to the back line, where there's a loose ball off the head of Sandoval. And a foul called against the Roadrunners, I believe. This will be a dangerous set piece here for K-State just outside the penalty area. Lots of coaching happening from both sidelines to try and figure out the best case scenario here. Nobody really on the near side for K-State. Roadrunners trying to set up defensively. Maddie Weichel closest to the ball.
Free kick, number 23, Kirsten Von Klaar.
And it's skied over the crossbar as the attempt coming from Kirsten Von Klaar doesn't take advantage of the dangerous set piece, and here we are in the 82nd minute, Alessa. Both teams really trying to kind of amp up the physicality and pressure on just getting another goal here, as we're tied at a goal apiece.
Yeah, you could tell UTSA and Kansas State are both getting into it a little bit more. It's getting more gritty, a little bit more physical. It's important that they're able to stay smart on the run of play and not make too many errors that can cause set pieces like that.
Suta gets it into Stewart, and Stewart tries a cross just above the 6. Walker dives on top of it and will not be able to get a touch in. A good clearance as Closa wants to send it back to the attacking third. Serena Russ looking for some space. Sent to Sandoval in the back line. Deja Sandoval finds Stewart on the one touch, quickly to Suta, who was knocked down from behind, and the foul will go against Kinsey Gillespie, and now a dangerous set piece opportunity for UTSA. Kendall Closa will do the honors. We start the 84th minute. Roadrunners looking for the go-ahead. The chip shot. Headed in the air by Sandoval, and Lujan will send it out of the box where it's being chased down by Walker. Walker attempted a cross and goes off of Morrissey, and the Roadrunners retain possession here before it's sent away by Von Klaar and across the sideline to slow down the Roadrunners. Closa was looking for a diagonal pass. Stewart didn't quite get to the ball before Maddie Weichel, and now slow roller ends up to the feet of Snyder. Roadrunner fans in attendance here at Park West trying to encourage UTSA. Last few minutes for opportunities. Snyder will pick it up here as Sabrina Hillier looks like she's ready to check back into the match. She'll wait at the technical tent as the punt comes from Snyder. And goes into touch. A quick throw in here from Maddie Weichel, but she crossed the point where she was able to throw it in, and she'll be pointed back by Jennifer Dumaine, our referee. Weichel sends it in to Stewart off her head and then couldn't control the ricochet touch back to her. Throw in for the Roadrunners after the substitutions. Olivia Alvarez will come into the match for Mackenzie Koffold. And Sabrina Hillier, who we mentioned earlier waiting, will check in as well. Alyssa Stewart and Mackenzie Koffold out. Alvarez fighting for possession here. Maddie Weichel sends it into touch. Another Roadrunner throw-in. Singh looking to make something happen. No foul called. The Roadrunners protesting from the sideline. In fact, it looks like the foul was actually called against UTSA. Elnagar has to go off the head of Russ. Roadrunners trying to spark something the other direction as Anna Suta was able to find Castle, and Castle sends it in for Hillier into space. Excuse me, this is Alvarez. Alvarez looking for potential play, and Morrissey does a good job to end the threat in the penalty area by sending it across the sideline.
That was a great reverse pass by Abby Castle to find Olivia Alvarez out there and get UTSA's line up.
Alvarez looked like she was going to throw it in. She'll wait here for Gade. They're inside the 18. They're attacking third. Roadrunners trying to regain the lead. Aaron Morrissey sends it right back to Dade for another throw-in. Alvarez has it at her feet. Defense collapse on her, and Lujan will clear it out. Closa with the head forward. Opportunity for Dade to make something happen. Sasha Dade turns it upfield, looking for Abby Castle. Castle has a chance for the cross. And now Kiran Singh comes up with a loose ball. Dade goes for goal. Into the back of the net. Roadrunners with the go-ahead goal in the 88th minute.
Sasha Dade right there with a nice touch, a nice shot, putting it in the upper left corner of the goal. UTSA stoked. The crowd is going, and they're feeling good with 3 minutes remaining in the match.
Roadrunners want to make some quick defensive substitutions as Isa Hernandez will re-enter the match. Also coming in is Sophie Harlan as she tags out Ada Anderson. The clock will stop here at 87 minutes, 14 seconds in this 88th minute. Substitution here as Alvarez will exit the match for Isa Hernandez, and the Roadrunners look like they're parking the bus trying to take advantage of this 1-goal lead over K-State.
You can tell here UTSA sunken into a 5-back now. They're playing more of a defensive role, just trying to keep anything up and out. They're definitely playing more defensive-minded right now.
1-goal lead with less than 2.5 minutes to play. UTSA definitely wants to help out Jill Snyder as much as possible. And Snyder's taking her time on this goal kick here. Roadrunner fans into it following the Sasha Dade go-ahead goal. Gillespie looking to spark something the other way, loses her footing, and a throw in for, they call a foul against UTSA. Coach Pittman not happy with this set piece here for K-State. Maddie Weichel looking to set up somebody on the 18-yard line for K-State. Weichel with her left foot sends it to the penalty arc. And Singh will send it out. Morrissey had her attempt into the area and deflected away, and now this one's wide left off of the foot of Thornhill. Roadrunners getting some more cheers from the sidelines and the stands as they can smell the victory. A 1-goal lead here as we stop the clock in the 89th minute. 8:45.
Looks like Jill Schneider got a card for killing a little bit of time in the last 15 seconds of the match.
Understandable. That actually pauses the clock, so instead of taking her time as we were talking about earlier, she doesn't have any clock to worry about. She'll boot this one away. Closa sends this across midfield. Anasuta will have it knocked away from her by Gillespie. She was able to get her foot on the ball before tripping over Suta, and we're in the final 55 ticks of the clock. Throw in for Dade and the Roadrunners.
UTSA's mentality is everything up and out. You're going to see a lot of clearances, them going for the corner, just trying to keep the ball up and alive, away
Suta
from their half.
We'll have Castle send it in, and Wermeyer will catch and try and spark something the other direction as we're in the final half minute of the match. Russ to midfield. And Singh, as you were talking about, just trying to keep it as far away from Jill Snyder as possible.
Coach Pittman's trying to get the crowd going, get the bench alive. It's definitely helping UTSA keep the last minute under their belt.
In the final 10 seconds of the match, it'll be a throw-in for K-State. The Roadrunners get the throw-in here. Last touch by the Wildcats, and there's the final horn. UTSA knocks off K-State. They